What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a little dicey D&D. We play Dungeons & Dragons on this Twitch channel here, and we're going to have a little bit of a different format today. As you can see, we are down one of our players. Our lovely Jenna is going to be absent tonight, but we're going to truck on without her. We're going to actually just essentially jump directly into the game. No announcements, no nothing. We got combat to get into. So I am going to start in on our little stream summary from last week. But just before we begin, the only thing, remember, you can catch us here on this channel, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday night. If anything comes up or anything like that, we'll be tweeting stuff out on the Twitter or the Instagram and whatnot. And definitely check us out on our Discord. We'll link that in the chat eventually, probably at break. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into the recap, yeah?
Did you guys know we had combat to get into?
Yeah, I don't remember combat.
You guys don't remember at the very end of the...
finished the combat.
Well, I thought we don't remember at the very end.
We don't know what's happening with this witch or not.
I thought
Well,
we were
we'll get in there with
good
the summary.
friends with this kind witch.
Oh, yeah, you are. All right, you
Yeah.
can make good friends with the kind witch. That's totally fine. All right, y'all. So, when last we met, you all had awoken within the silent stockades of Whisperhold after an open confrontation with the city guards on the streets of the Highbrook ward within the city. Your companion, Luxian of the Eloquin, had spoken with one of the members of the Court of the Crown, named Calpurnia, and had arranged for your release. Luxian decided to head off alone in search of his lost parents, while the rest of you continue on in search of the lost Ophelia, partner in crime to Donnie and partner in romance to Taj. Calpurnia herself arrived at the Silent Stockades to have you released, and her assistant and advisor, Leontes, a graduate from the Hyrith Academy that you all had met at the Deep Stacks Library, escorted you out of the city. Upon leaving, you all had noticed a few caravans making their way toward the city gates. After a bit of overhead reconnaissance by Misha's owl familiar, Philimithos, you all had realized that one of the Inquisitors of Hyrith, Inquisitor Estok, and a handful of students were part of the caravan. You all shifted away from the road to avoid the Hyrith caravan. Yet it seemed that the Inquisitor took notice of you. At least he took notice of Misha. After Estok telepathically spoke with Misha, rather casually, you all had continued out towards the Whispering Woods in order to find the Eternal Halls. The voice of Tira Woad came to Taj once more upon entering the forest and warned them about the possibility of the forest not being as kind as it was when you first traversed it. After attempting to retrace your steps back towards the Eternal Halls, you all realized that you might be beginning to travel in circles. When suddenly, startling noises began to make themselves known nearby. You all followed them until you came upon an interesting scene of a young half-elf man seemingly trying to calm an afflicted unicorn, while a bunch of creepy little demonic humanoids danced around, tormenting them. After a few interesting choices in the skirmish... I'll repeat that.
Sorry.
No. Just so that the viewers at
This is
home
by
can
far the
really
most
understand.
shady thing you've ever said in one
Yeah,
of these
100%.
Like, after some choices.
Yeah. After a few interesting choices in the skirmish, the dust settled. You all looked around and realized that Taj is nowhere to be found. All the while, the half-elf man is still trying to calm his afflicted mount. Just then, you all heard a cackling laughter pierce the air around you. The young half-elf turned and said, "Mother is here." Stillness pierces the air around you. And once more you hear, and bursting through the woods around you, a dark sort of billowing smoke begins to roil on the ground beneath you all. And that silver moonlight from before that never stopped really piercing the canopy above you turns to more of like almost like a dull, dark purple around you as this sort of cold essence washes over you and the air around you grows even more still. You start to hear the laughter all around you from different parts of the forest until one large figure sort of begins to shift through the shadows around you. A woman with tendril-like hair, black as night, wisping all around her head, forming like a dark black crown wreathed around her, standing 10, 11 feet tall, moving the trees about her as she carries a black scythe that scrapes around the floor. She stops, a beautiful visage, until she steps out of the shadows, and her wrinkled, decrepit, pulled back face, very similar looking to those little demonic creatures dancing around, but a little bit more human-like, steps forth from the shadows beyond and says, "You've brought me more toys to play with, Elevandrel. Very good. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please."
Well, I guess we've learned what our intention is.
And we learned that guy's name.
Yeah!
Yo,
All in one.
Elevandrel.
What the fuck, Elevandrel?
What's up with your mama?
Yo, mama. Yo, mama.
Your mama, Christ. That's another shit roll.
Alright. I'm gonna roll for Wanderer.
Oh yeah, I forgot Wanderer's still here.
Yeah, Wanderer's still here.
Wanderer's here, and he's a little drunk still. Very good.
Oh man.
Elevandrel.
God, have you been Indigo and Wanderer together?
Oh, they'd have a rip-roaring time.
I don't know
well-
who would end up dead.
They would just kill each other.
By then, all 4 of my charges will have either died or disappeared, and I don't have to worry about it.
We're never gonna
Literally,
get
as
those
of right
sound
now,
cards.
none of the 4 of them are here.
Alrighty.
That's true. That's true. Oh yeah, because Lux just died.
Uh-huh.
So true. Alright, Donnie, what's your initiative?
18.
18, beautiful. Misha.
20.
Ooh, and May.
16.
16, and for this creepy woman, pretty low.
She's too busy making a scene. This fucking drama queen mom.
This
Stage mom.
God, Mom, stop. Alright, y'all.
Mom, stop eating people. God.
Alright, Misha, you're up first.
Yes.
This giant woman stands before you, hair black as night wreathed around her. She begins to sort of lift this large scythe into the air and rest it on her shoulders and starts to hold her hand out with these piercing silver eyes.
Couple quick questions.
Yes.
1. What is the state of the smoke?
The smoke just seems to be perforating on the ground around you.
So the smoke is largely not obscuring our...
It's not obscuring your
Okay,
vision,
but
no.
these shadows are being woven by
Yes.
this creature.
Yes.
Secondly, what does Elevandrel look like? Frightened or relieved?
He looks... Oh, make an insight check.
I was gonna say, you're just gonna give him that for free?
Well...
Well, I can't do better than a nat 20. So
Nat 20. He very clearly and very obviously looks very frightened.
Very frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And last question: the unicorn, has the unicorn changed state since the last little demon creature was slain?
Since the last little demon creature was slain, the state has not changed. Donnie attempted to dispel the curse among upon the unicorn. It dispelled for a moment and then reattached itself.
I thought the horn was like a little like less cursed after the demons were killed, or was that not right?
No.
Changed. Okay.
Okay.
No.
So we need to. It's got a curse that needs to be removed. Okay. And other than Taj, who's fucked off, the rest of us are all. I think I'm still up in a tree, but we're all basically in the same sort of.
Yeah,
like,
still in the same canopy area.
Yeah, okay.
You are in a tree. May, you are on the ground along with Donnie.
Yeah, I'm right next to the horse. And
Next to the horse and Evandril.
And even though the shadows are weaving, we can still see.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your vision is not obscured.
All right.
It's just ambiance.
I will.
For now.
I would like to cast the slow spell, targeting Mom
Okay.
and the unicorn.
Mom and the unicorn. Gotcha. What is the DC?
The DC is 17.
17, and it is a wisdom or a con save?
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right, so roll for the unicorn first.
I think the thing with the unicorn was that it wanted to kill the demons.
No, he wanted to kill Elevandrel.
No, it wanted to kill the demons. Elevandrel was stopping it. And so I think once we killed the demons, it like sort of calmed, but it was still cursed.
I didn't know it was attacking the demons. I thought it was attacking the guy.
He was in the way.
Hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that's all it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for saying.
I'm just saying I think that's where the confusion comes from.
All right, so you said wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
All right, so the unicorn is an 18,
Okay, saves.
and mother is a natural 20.
I would like to temporal shift.
I had a
Temporal
dream
shift.
Chronal
she
shift.
did
Chronal
get
shift,
20.
sure.
Having mother reroll.
Reroll, gotcha. Natural 1. Fuck me, dude. God damn. That's funny.
What if she didn't?
What if she failed horribly?
Are you sure she saved? Because I've seen this before, and I'm pretty sure she was looking very slow.
God damn, that's so funny. So, you reach out your hands and grasp at the space about you and start to pluck the matter in front of you in a sort of rhythmic pattern as you mutter an incantation under your breath, and the space around Elevandrel's mother begins to warp. The space around the unicorn begins to warp as well, but a sort of blood-curdling bleat escapes this unicorn and kind of almost loses your concentration on that particular space about you, but you focus primarily on Elevandrel's mother, and she seems to resist it for just a moment until a spark in your mind reminds you here, and you pluck, and she and begins to sort of just move ever so slowly throughout the space around you.
And then I just say, Elevandro, what did you do to your mother? And then I pass the turn.
Sure.
I will have
so funny.
Philometho's. I'll just kind of tell Philometho's to help out May.
Okay. May, on your turn, Philometho's sort of glides near you.
Isn't Jamie going next?
I know, I'm saying on your
Oh,
turn,
gotcha.
Philometho's glides near you and you receive the help bonus.
I blow him key.
I blow him a little Keith. Now, Keith. All right, Donnie, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at Mom. With
No!
I mean, I'm shoot at the creature.
Yeah, it's mom. It's
I
mom.
didn't expect to hear during
Mommy,
the
I mean,
session
mommy,
today.
I mean, mom.
Shoot, mom. Please don't
And
take that out of context.
Mom gets -2 to AC and can't take reactions.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm using sharpshooter. Yeah, it's a 7 to hit.
7's gonna miss, unfortunately, even with a
About
-2.
Another 7 to hit.
Unfortunately, miss.
Bonus action and third attack.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ, not 1.
Ooh. I'm gonna need you to roll a D100 for me.
All right.
You're gonna hit me in the calf.
Where's the
You just dome Elevandro.
Just dome him and completely kills him immediately.
97.
Ooh,
97.
It's an extreme.
That is an extreme. Your crossbow, your hand crossbow, jams, and unfortunately, you're going to have to use an action to repair it on your next turn.
Okay.
Um,
I will also have Daphne move up into melee with the creature.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Alrighty, beautiful.
That's terrible. 3 misses. in the jam.
That's fucked. 3 misses in a jam. May, you are tied with Wanderer. I will let you go first.
I mean, my dex is 14 plus 2.
His is 14.
Okay,
as well,
no.
so you go first.
I'm gonna look over at the elf and be like, dude, how upset will you be with the kill?
Alvendra will respond on his turn.
Oh, come on. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and,
I didn't respond to Misha when he said something, so I was
Oh, that's fair. I'll pop a rage. And
How many rages do you have left for the day?
I have 4 total. I used 2 last time, so this is my 3rd. I'm just gonna run up and start whacking.
Gotcha. Start whacking.
First one is going to be with the greatsword.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Because it's
Oh, right. Thank you. Oof. Well, I rolled 18 on the die plus 10. I'm gonna assume that first one will hit.
Yep.
For max damage of 18.
Oof. 18 points of damage to Mother.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna go ahead and try that again.
What type of damage is this?
This is slashing.
Slashing
It is
damage.
also magical. It is a greatsword plus 1, I think.
Gotcha.
So.
just gotta check something real quick. Do.
So
Yep,
she's like-
got it. 18, you said?
Yep.
Cool. This is the greatsword, right?
Yes.
You swing up in an arcing motion towards her torso, and you actually aren't tall enough to get all the way across her chest,
Yeah.
and you slash at her stomach.
Oh.
But you do deal 18 points of damage. It's very good.
What if I swung with that sword again
What if you did?
and got a 22?
22 will hit.
Dope. And once more, I'm going to slash with my longsword for not as much damage. A total of 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
And I can't use my bonus action to use my offhand weapon
Because you raged.
I raged.
Beautiful. All right. Gorgeous.
You actually added the rage damage to this?
No, I didn't. So that's another plus 6 damage.
Plus 6 damage. Perfect. Thank you for the reminder, Misha.
Dude, I used to forget the Hexblade's curse damage all the time.
Yeah, it's the bonus. The passive bonus stuff is tough.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, Wanderer is going to rush up to the unicorn and attempt to tackle it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a strength tie, so they are locked in combat. That'll be the end of Wanderer's turn. That's going to bring us to Elevandrel, and Elevandrel is going to respond to the both of you by saying, she's been after my horse for weeks. I've been running from her. I can't hurt her, but anything to protect Brightmane. And he's just going to, hold his action to dodge and just sort of like step back a little bit.
No, so he's not part of this fucking combat.
Well, he could be persuaded to if you guys use your actions to do some things if you want additional help. Anyways, that is the end of his turn. It is the unicorn Brightmane's turn. Brightmane is going to attempt to stomp the fuck out of Wanderer. And so he shall. Brightmane rears up and just starts pounding at Wanderer, suffering X amount of damage that you guys won't know. That will bring us to Mother. Mother, now feeling the effects of the slow spell and the attacks from you, May, not paying too much mind to you, Donnie, unfortunately, is going to look about, point up at you, Misha, and extend her grotesque little finger.
Don't you fucking dare.
Is she making an attack roll?
No, it is not an attack roll.
Just checking.
I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, Misha.
This is not a spell.
This is a spell.
It is a spell.
Yes.
It's a spell I recognize.
I will say, make a. This is very interesting. Make a history check.
12.
12. I'm going to say no. You
Or
don't
the
recognize this
natural
spell. You do see grotesque sort of. You can make your inferences. You don't know what the spell is, but I will say you see grotesque sort of green, putrid aura in like a foul sort of ichor-like thick essence start to amalgamate around her finger and then coalesce at a single point on the tip of her finger.
Okay. I'm going to
And
say.
you can feel this essence about to be loosed toward you.
I'm going to throw up a counterspell.
What level?
At 4th level.
4th level. All right. I'm going to need you to roll what is this
thing?
spell? Yeah, the thing. Do the check. I can't remember what it's called.
I was
think
waiting to
it's-
see if you were going to give me the DC.
I think
Obviously,
it's just a spell.
it's it's my spellcasting ability. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Got it.
I guess I don't actually get a bonus because I used the higher spell slot. It would only automatically succeed if they were the
Got
same
it.
level. So I
Got
don't
it.
get like a +1 of the roll.
Got it. So go ahead and make your ability check
Is it?
then.
So is it actually my spell attack or just my? I guess it's just +5.
It's just a
says
+5 because it's just
spellcasting
your
ability.
intelligence,
Okay.
yeah.
Come on. It's a nat 20
It's a nat 20. God damn.
for 25 total.
She holds out her finger, and you very quickly back up a moment, grab yourself against the tree, hold out your hand, and snap your finger, and the essence snaps out of existence. And that is the end of her turn. She can't do anything.
I repeat,
Um,
Elevandrel, what did you do to your mother? Come on.
although I will say, her movement is just halved. She's going to move the scythe off her shoulders, and she's going to leap up and sit on the hilt of the staff, I guess, the
dope.
staff of the scythe,
Yeah.
and begin to fly around you.
That's fucking cool.
She
Like,
can only move.
She's sitting on the bladed edge, I assume.
No. No, she's not. She can only move 15 feet,
Yeah.
but she's going to float 15 feet up.
Do I
Towards
get an
me?
attack of
You do get an
opportunity?
attack of opportunity, yes.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Is it in any particular direction or straight up?
Up and to the right a little bit.
So that is a nat 20.
God damn you
Which
guys.
does something really nice because I have a brutal critical.
Go
which
for
means
it.
Instead of rolling 2d6, I roll 3.
Yay.
Go for it. Well, you don't have to roll. You take max.
Oh, so then just
That's
add
how
another
crits.
d6 then.
That's how crits work. Yeah.
Yeah, so 3d6.
For me.
So that's going to be 18.
For all of us who don't know my homebrew rules, crits for them are just they do the maximum amount of damage because it's better. I mean, technically you can roll the maximum amount and then double it, but it sucks when you roll like just one and it doubles. So we take the maximum amount here.
That's 27 damage.
27 points of damage already.
Because 3d6, all getting 6, plus 6,
Adding
plus
your rage.
3 for my rage.
Alright.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
If you heard that thudding sound, it's me hitting the bottom of the table.
Is that the your sword or your
That is my greatsword.
your greatsword? The greatsword slices upwards towards this sort of hag-like woman, and it cuts at her leg and almost severs directly into her thigh. Yeah, disgusting. Alrighty, well that's the end of her turn. Damn, that's tough. Misha, you're up.
It's my turn again already. Okay.
Try calling May dumb now.
I'm going to start by telling Philomythos to go, just sort of like fly up into Elevandrel's face and just kind of like blink at him in an accusatory fashion.
Got it. Philomythos moves from you, May, and just sort of.
Yep.
Do you speak Sylvan? Because that's owl for me.
Idiot, fuck you.
Okay, and then. Oh boy. I think. Is Mother now getting closer to me, or
She's
Based on
moving.
the direction
she's
she-
moving tangentially too, so she's not getting any closer, but she's just moving up.
okay?
Slightly.
So it doesn't look like she's trying to get to me.
No.
Okay.
She's just moving up out of the melee range of
Okay.
May because that fucking hurt. So.
Yeah.
I just keep hurting her real bad.
Yeah. She don't like it.
You don't like it. Okay. Damn, this is kind of weird. I will just. I'll just use Mind Sliver. She's within 60 feet. I'll just cast a
Okay.
Mind Sliver
Yeah,
cantrip.
she certainly is. Is that a save?
It's an int save.
Intelligence save. Jesus Christ. Okay, that is a 6.
Nope.
Rest
Okay,
in
so
peace.
she just takes. She takes decent 7 damage. It is psychic damage.
7 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, and she will lose. She'll take a penalty on her next saving throw. I think before the end of my next turn.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As you loose the spell and it clings onto her mind, you feel the spell connect, but it actually does not do as much damage as you would have assumed it to do.
Interesting. Okay.
She has disadvantage on her next check. Or next
She takes a
action or whatever.
1d4 penalty to her next saving throw.
Got it. Understood.
Which I'll just roll it down. She takes a minus 2 penalty to her next saving throw.
Next save. Awesome.
And then bonus action, I'll animate. Actually, the sword's already animated still from the last.
Sword
one
is
I
still
animated,
animated,
so
yeah.
I don't need to do that. So I'll just stay where I am.
Alrighty. Donnie, you're up.
Alright, I'll spend an action unjamming my crossbow.
Yep.
Can I have... So she's like 15 feet up?
Yep.
Which, can I have Daphne try to like do a jump and attack?
Certainly, why not? How high can Daphne jump?
Good question.
I believe the jump is... It's either 3 times your strength bonus, or it's in feet, or it is your strength score in feet.
Okay, well her strength is 14 with a +2 modifier.
So then I'm pretty sure it's 6 feet.
Okay.
I could check.
So the answer is no, she can't do this.
Okay.
Wait, no. That can't be right. Because then May can jump 15 feet in the air. A 15-foot
Maybe.
vertical is fucking insane.
Let me see. Well, I mean, you're a crazy hero.
That's true. I can't imagine.
I would think it'd be like an athletics check or something. Or acrobatics.
Let's see. When you make a standing jump, you can leap only what? Hello? What?
Is it half your strength score? So like
Jumping. Your strength determines how far you can jump. High jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. Got it.
Okay, so she can
So
do
it's
5
plus,
feet.
not
Okay.
times.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So okay, she's not gonna do this. I guess she'll.
Oh, that's if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before your jump.
Okay.
If you make a standing high jump, you can only jump half that distance. So it's 3 plus your strength modifier, halved if it's just a
Okay,
standing.
so my horse cannot jump 15.
So this is an objective way to determine your real life D&D strength score.
Actually, very true.
Just
That's
take a
true.
standing high jump.
Yep, and that's your strength.
And that's your strength.
Yeah.
Interesting.
that's half your strength modifier.
Right.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, so then Daphne, I'll just have Daphne actually go over to Elevandril and like also try to like.
Oh my
just
God,
her pets
Daphne
to go,
just goes-
like.
If I could do a mechanical whinny, it would be that.
It's just the sound of a buzzsaw.
Yeah, yes. It's the dial-up sound from like the 90s or whatever. All right, well that'll be the end of your turn, Donnie. That'll bring us to you, May.
Okay. So with a 10-foot running start, which I can do, I can
Yep.
10 feet back.
Certainly.
I can jump 8 feet in the air.
Cool.
Would you say that is close enough to 10 feet that I can just like slash at her legs more?
The reach on your weapons is only 5 feet, so no. You would have to be able to jump 10 feet in the air.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Secondary question.
Uh-huh.
If I use my breath weapon, am I definitely going to hit trees? Here, I can...
If you're going straight up in the air,
yeah.
I will say you will roll for it. It'll be a percentage roll,
Okay.
a generous one.
Yeah. All right,
So if you fuck up really bad, it'd be really funny.
I'm just going to move right under her and just...
Sure. That is a dex
That's a
save for her,
dex
right?
save.
Which she has disadvantage because she's slowed? Or
She has
is that...
Yes, disadvantage on dex saves.
And -2 anyway, because his mind splinter thing, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's the same.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so disadvantage, natural 18.
Even if the 18 is
Fucking-
the high one, it's a DC.
7 minus 2.
5.
She has +3, yeah, 5. So 5.
Yeah, the DC is 16. So.
She would have saved if it was 18.
Oh yeah, meter. Okay. So yeah, I just get right under her and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna make it. She's gonna take decent damage. That's
Okay.
gonna be 13 fire damage.
13 fire damage. Once again, as you loose your flame breath into the air, it does seem to singe her, however, not as much as you would believe normally this fire damage would deal.
Okay, so magic damage doesn't do as much.
Resistant to psychic and fire.
Might be just energy, probably.
I don't know, is that a thing?
Not usually.
I
But
wouldn't call psychic
Who
damage
knows?
energy damage.
Or like I don't know.
We'll try our plasma.
Maybe
weapons.
she's actually resistant to everything except non-magical weapons.
Maybe.
Maybe. For all intents and purposes, Wanderer and Elevandril are going to be preoccupied with Brightmane to keep Brightmane away from you guys, so I'm going to make
Sure.
skill checks
So
between that.
we've determined that Elevandril has no conscience. Because how can you look into the eyes of
It's his
Philomathos
mom.
and Daphne and
Yeah.
exist?
Oh well, you know what? I'll make a save for him. I'll make a guilt save right now. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his guilt modifier?
Guilt save. Guilt modifier is like
He's a mama's boy.
he's a mama's boy. It's
It's
pretty
gotta
high.
have a good
It's
guilt.
pretty high. Yeah. All right, so
Like,
natural 1 on the guilt check.
This is a
So
post
his
guilt check between
he-
his mom and the animals.
he sort of looks at the animals and just sort of and a single tear rolls down his eye, and he just and he closes his eyes and fires blindly at his mom. I will take disadvantage on the attack against his mother.
That's fine.
Natural 20. Oh my god, I hate you guys. Natural 19. He fucking hits his mom with his eyes closed.
Hit your mom, Elevandrel!
Yeah, kill your mom, dude.
It's like the Simpsons to be like aims to the right of the bird. His
Did you like
Jesus
max
Christ.
damage?
Yes, he did max damage. So he deals 12 points of damage on that hit.
Hits his mom in the throat with
The arrow pierces her side, and she glares wildly at him, and then sees the look in his eye, and then sort of like, she's very smart, so she's just sort of like looks at the animals. She's just like super pissed. All right.
Oh no. The
So
animals
all
are
that,
dead.
blah blah blah.
I can rebuild mine.
Yeah,
Here's some facts.
So can I.
All right, that's gonna bring us to her turn.
We got raided.
Oh.
Party of 8.
Oh, what up?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
God.
We're in the middle of this terrible combat where we're killing this guy's mom. How
Yeah.
fun. What a fun time.
Welcome.
Yeah,
She's a real
welcome. We're
bitch.
killing mothers. What a good time. All right, it is the mother's turn, and the sort of decrepit, hag-like witch creature is still slowed. That is easily the best spell in this whole fucking game. That and counterspell, unbeaten. Is there not like a save
Yeah,
at the end?
it's at the end of every turn. You
I have
can
not been
save.
doing that.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Oh, cool.
You know what we learned
Oh,
last
I've
week, Sal?
been fucking you guys up.
You forgot to
I
give
did.
us the advantage.
I
so
did.
Take the advantage when you.
Okay, so it's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, yeah, wisdom save.
And she doesn't have the negative on this one,
There's no name. Right, correct.
right?
There's no
Because of
name.
this. Okay, so 16
Yeah, fails.
Yeah.
fails because your DC is
Yeah,
17.
yeah, yeah.
Got it. Fuck me. All right,
Yeah.
so
Suck it, witch mom.
Which mom
So
is
that's at the
slowed
end
still?
of her last. So that's at the end of her last turn.
Yeah, so at the end of this turn, she'll make another one. So, she is. She's gonna stick. She hates you. She hates you. She's gonna look around and survey the battlefield, and she is going to, on top of her scythe that she's floating on. She seems to be safely out of the way of you. She's not really worried about you. And so her primary target, her focus is on you, Misha. And she's going to sort of grit her teeth. And you can see now there are many points around her body where she is suffering and really, really taking damage.
I cut into her.
Oh, yeah. And she's going to once again hold up her finger one more time. And you can see this time she bites into her lip and really closes one eye. And that sort of brackish, green, putrid essence amalgamates one more time.
That's blood magic.
We'll see. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Take a +5 on it. From Flash Genius.
Yeah.
How many more Flash of Geniuses do you have?
I have 3 more after this.
3 more. We'll see.
Well, that's like a 32.
Jesus fucking Christ. On a con save?
Oh no, 28. 28.
Oh my bad. Just a.
Oh my god. What's your
Natural
con on?
19 plus 5 is 24
Oh
plus
my
4 is 28.
God.
Wait, your con is high?
Yeah, I got 18.
Yeah, he put a lot of con in it. It's very
I
smart.
forgot about that. I feel like I knew at one point.
Yeah.
The energy looses itself against you, and it still does make contact. However, your natural sort of constitution does buckle down a little bit.
I've been training for this.
And you suffer. I actually don't have
I just
that
love the idea that
many.
you were just like, do it.
Basically, bring it back.
Motherfucker.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I dare you.
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sure that this is Elevandrel's fault in the end. I give you this chance.
You suffer 31 points of necrotic damage.
Wow, I'm glad you saved.
As her decrepit finger looses this energy around you, and it sort of penetrates your skin. It doesn't burn the surface of your skin like you almost thought it would, but it seeps into you through your pores, and it tears at your insides. That is the end of her turn, so she's going to make another con save.
Whiz save.
Wisdom save, thank you. I can't roll for the life of me. That's less than 16.
Goddamn right it is.
All right, well, she's still slowed. That's going to bring us back up to you, Misha. Oh, I need you to make a concentration check. DC is...
Round down or up?
Round down, so 15.
15.
That's not too bad.
Save.
Save, damn. All right. Yeah, this is slow is the best spell in the game.
yes.
It is your turn, Misha.
It does a lot. How is Mother looking other than pissed?
She looks. I mean, you guys have been laying into her. She definitely is not. She's a very, very large creature. She's about 11 feet tall. Her entire the visage of this creature alone is enough to indicate that she is very hardy. So you've done a lot of damage, but she won't go down without more of a fight.
She's gonna do that again.
How close is she to me now?
She's a little bit of a ways away. She's about 50 feet away from you.
50 feet away. Okay.
Is she still like directly above me?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. She's not as outraged as she thinks.
She is a confident creature.
I can't take too many.
Even though she's
not gonna be.
kind of getting fucked up right now.
Yeah.
I can't take too many more hits like that. So what I will do is cast Crown of Stars.
Crown of
Okay.
Stars.
I was gonna say just hide behind something. That slow is doing the work, man.
Yeah, but we don't have that many people chipping in right now.
So the slow is going to end.
Crown of Stars is not concentration.
Really? Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You
That's
gave
why
us
it's
something
good.
too strong. Sal.
Damn, that's pretty nuts. That's pretty fucking crazy.
It's
All
not
right,
as
go
strong
for it.
as the sword of duck summoning.
So,
but-
so I cast Crown of Stars, and
Yeah.
then as a bonus action, I send one flying towards Mom.
Okay.
It's not gonna hit though, probably. That's a 12.
Don't forget
12 is
She
not
has
going to
-2
hit.
to her AC though.
12 is not going to hit.
Damn.
That sort of bright bauble that begins to trace around your head in almost little teeth-like patterns around you, forming that crown, fires off at her, and she just sort of cocks her head to the side right behind her, and as it pierces one of the trees, it doesn't leave a mark or anything like that as the essence
Is
scatters.
she Vegeta?
She is
I was gonna
Vegeta.
say, just the cliff behind her.
She's
blowing.
100% Vegeta, yeah.
Delayed reaction explosion.
I sheath
That's-
my sword and she falls into the
That's gonna be it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm in the tree, so I'll just use my movement to see if I can get any cover at all inside, like in the tree.
Okay, good to know.
Presumably, I would have done this before, but
Sure.
I'm doing it now.
Whatever. Great, good stuff. Donnie, it is your turn.
Philomythos, by the way, gives Elevandra a little nuzzle.
Oh, yeah?
For participation.
Oh, nice.
And then prepares to give help to Donnie.
Alrighty, beautiful. Donnie, you have help from Philomythos, the owl familiar.
So that's advantage on my first. All my attacks or just my first?
No,
attack?
just your first
That's
attack.
what I thought. Okay, so first attack.
Help would be very overpowering.
Shooting with sharpshooter.
You're gonna shoot your mother?
Shooting a mother.
She's
That's
one
20 to hit.
20 to hit, hits.
Alright, for 29 damage. 16 plus 5? Wait, did I have that wrong?
16 plus 5 is 21.
21 damage.
Okay, 21 points of damage. Is your hand crossbow a magical weapon?
It is a +1 weapon.
Then it is magical. She suffers 21 points of damage as the bolt strikes into her torso and she lets out a wail.
Alright, second attack. Nice. That's 24 to hit.
24 hits.
For
I hope so.
17 damage.
17 points of damage. Got it.
Bonus action, third attack.
Yep.
That's a 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Okay.
On the final fire, it fires, and she actually, at this point, reaches her hand up and grabs the bolt out of the air and snaps it in her hand. You can see she's taken a lot of damage, and there is an anger that begins to boil up around her, and bits of smoke wisp off her shoulders that begin to sort of fleck into sparks around her. She's preparing something. Donnie, that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
That will bring us to you, May.
I'm gonna turn to Elevandril and be like, "Hey, Elevandril, your mom's a hoe."
Oh my god!
I'm
Amazing.
gonna start throwing javelins.
Go
at
for
her.
it.
Your mom's a ghost, but hoe is in parentheses.
Yeah, 100%.
He believed she lied. She lied.
Yeah.
She believed he lied.
Oh my god, gross.
So that's an 18 plus 9. I'm gonna assume that's gonna hit.
18 plus 9 hits, yep.
And that's gonna be 11 damage, piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and loose another one at her.
And these are non-magical, so...
These are non-magical.
Right, so
That's
that is 6 points of damage.
true. Sure. 19 hit.
19 hits. Cool.
And that's going to be another... That last one, +3. So I guess +1.
Got it. 1 damage on that.
So
Okay.
this is going to be 12 damage.
Do you actually get the rage bonus on ranged attacks? I don't believe you do.
There's still strength attacks.
Yeah, it just says strength weapons.
Okay, but you're using dexterity when you throw javelins.
I see 1d6 +5 piercing damage and +9 to hit.
Oh.
That's not my dexterity.
I think
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you still use strength unless.
Well, I don't know how it's in this edition, but I know like in 3.5 it's like you dex for the attack, but strength you add your strength to the damage. I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
check.
I don't think that's how it is.
If I'm getting +9 to hit, I have to assume it's strength.
Yeah.
I think because it's a simple weapon with the thrown property versus
weird.
something like a dart, which would be more
Whatever.
dexterity.
Yeah, I trust it. If that's what D&D Beyond says, I trust it. Sure.
Dope.
No worries.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna chug a drink real quick.
Chug it. Pop that healing potion.
Which is I wrote down how much it's worth.
We're gonna need those.
It's your greater, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be the end of your turn. That'll bring us to Elevandrel is going to make another guilt check.
Jesus Christ.
We said is +2, right? So 14. He succeeds. So he's going to make another attack at disadvantage against his mother. Thank God. Okay, 3 plus his modifier, but he's going to miss. He's going to close his eyes again and fire it, and it's just going to go wide. And at this point, you can hear the mother. Yes, and that will bring us to her turn. At the top of her turn, I'm going to need everyone to make wisdom saving throws as she begins to make a cacophonous wailing sound. These sparks around her erupt, and this sort of horrid, rage-filled, spite-filled wail pierces the air around
This
you.
is not a spell. Or is
No,
it?
no.
Yeah.
Misha take a +5 on this.
This is an
Thank
innate
you.
ability.
Yes. This is a banshee scream.
Yep, I failed.
This is a wisdom or
Wisdom
con?
saving
Wisdom
throw.
save.
I would know. I'd be great if it was con.
I say.
My strength and constitution saves cannot be beat.
That's in that one.
Okay.
I got 26.
Yeah, you're fine, Misha.
In 11.
Oh, you saved. You take 50 points.
Yeah, you die immediately. Fuck you.
The save was the bad one.
Wanderer saves with a natural 19. Elevandrel saves with a natural 20.
Jesus.
Brightmane fails with a 4. Okay, so May, yours was a failure.
Yep.
Donnie got a natural 1. Misha succeeds. Wanderer succeeds. Elevandrel succeeds. Brightmane fails. May, Donnie, and Brightmane, the unicorn. All 3 of you immediately tense up and fall over to the ground unconscious.
Ooh.
You are not reduced to 0. You are unconscious.
So that ends my rage.
Rest in peace. That is at the top of her turn. She's going to use her singular action, because she's still slowed, to
So
look
that's
at...
like a legendary action.
It is a specific action that she takes when she gets to a certain health,
Got it.
after taking a certain amount of damage.
Can I ask one thing real quick?
Yes.
Do I have any background or experience where I might recognize what has just happened to my party members?
Make a religion check. The DC is gonna be high.
Ooh.
19.
Just barely missed. DC 20.
Yeah.
I mean, you just saw them collapse. They're still breathing. They don't seem to be in pain or anything. They just sort of and fell over.
I was just really sleepy. I'm so fucking sleepy, dude.
She's going to use her singular action. She's going to turn and look at you as you're just sort of like behind the tree, and she's going to begin to move slowly 15 feet towards you.
I'm not here.
She's going to hold up her hand
No, there's nobody here.
and another bit of putrid essence, but this time in a whole open palm. She's going to loose,
I'm definitely going to try to counterspell this if it's a spell.
and it would be a spell that you recognize, yes. She is attempting to cast... Hello, where is it? Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness.
Oh, you're gonna throw up.
Matt, the player, doesn't even know what that does, but I can't.
Misha knows what it does.
Yeah.
It's a spell that inflicts poison damage, and if it's bad enough, can also inflict you with the poison condition.
Okay. I still want to counterspell that.
All right. At what level?
Hold, please.
Okay.
I swear I'm not here. You're wasting your time casting this spell right now. I will cast it at 4th level again.
4th level.
Yeah.
I would like you to make a spellcasting check.
17.
You succeed. Once again, you turn, you hold out your hand, and you snap your fingers, and again,
Spells for you.
and she just is so incredibly frustrated right now.
I told you it's waste of time.
What is the magician equivalent of being blue balled?
Oh, dude, great question. Whatever it is, she's got it.
She's edging.
So tough. It is the end of her turn. She's going to make the wisdom save, or attempt to at least. 17.
That's safe.
Thank Christ. Oh my God. Finally, your spell lets on her, and she, and you can see now that the time has caught up with her, her wounds are rather intense. It is your turn.
I'm going to peek around the corner. Wish I could do that, but I can't. I'm going to, bonus action, fire the fucking star.
A star.
Star attack.
Star attack.
Misha pulls out a shuriken.
I pluck it off my own sort of
Yeah.
zenith.
Yeah.
Fucking four-handed. Oh, that's a 22 to hit.
That'll certainly hit.
Come on, baby. Give me a big.
Is this radiant damage?
This is radiant damage. I roll such dog shit on these.
Oh no.
16 radiant damage.
16 points of radiant damage as it slams into her shoulder and pierces through her. You see like a burned hole right in between her flesh that sort of erupts out the other side. She sort of erupts in a wail and grasps at her shoulder and is heavily breathing at this point.
I don't want to tell you what you do in your turn, but I bet if you did like 1 damage to us with Philomethos, you should have him like scratch one of us and probably wake us up.
I mean, I don't know. And Misha didn't recognize what was happening there, so. Idiot. No, it's fine.
Hey, you gobbled your last ghoul.
Did you know that's slang for capicola?
Yeah.
Gabagool.
Yes, a little bit of gabagool.
I did not realize that was capicola for
Yeah,
so
it's
long.
a little bit of
A little
gabagool.
gabagool. Capicola.
It's from The Sopranos.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
It's
capicola.
just some dumb shit. Anyways,
So severe wounds, but she's still.
she's up.
She's not like,
She's floating.
She's floating.
She's floating, and she's hurting and bleeding.
If you would say
had a rough
her
night.
damage is somewhere between 1 and 100.
Oh, I couldn't tell you that.
Yeah, I thought you might not.
Yeah.
What about one in, let's say, 128?
Oh, no, still can't tell you.
All right.
Was I
for
close to the
my
actual?
I cannot tell you that.
for my action,
Yes.
I'm gonna cast slow,
Oh my fucking god. Alright, wisdom saving throw?
and I'm including Brightmane in it again as well.
Okay. Brightmane is unconscious.
Oh, Brightmane fell with the
Yeah.
screen.
So
okay.
he's automatically slow.
Automatically slowed. Yeah, I mean, if you want to include him, go
He's
for
floating
it.
slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
His
it.
breath just sort of.
I'll include him anyway.
Okay, fuck him. Yeah, he
I don't know what I'm
automatically
rolling
fails.
for. All right,
It
hell
takes
yeah.
longer for him to get to Arya.
Alright, wisdom saving throw. Natural 19. Plus 4.
Okay.
23.
I can't afford to use a reaction.
Thank God. Oh my god. That slow fucked her up so bad. Holy shit.
So this is where I say, for fuck's sake, finish this fight. To
Beautiful.
yeah.
Donnie.
Philomethos, by the way.
Yes.
I tell Philomethos to go do like a little like
Okay.
on Donnie.
Go ahead and make a medicine check with Philamithos.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the roll.
Go
'Cause
for it.
maybe the roll will tell us.
Maybe.
The roll's a 15, so
Rolls
it might be in
pretty
play.
high. I will say the DC's pretty fucking high. Medicine is intelligence.
Yeah. You're calling it intelligence? Okay.
No, I believe it is intelligence,
It's
right?
normally
Or is it
It's
wisdom?
listed as wisdom, but you can make it whatever it is. You know what I
I'll
mean?
say Philamithos can use wisdom. Why not?
I don't know which
He's
is
an
better
owl,
for the
owls are
owl.
He's
wise.
owls
I
or
would think, I would
wise.
think probably wisdom's better.
Yeah. Okay.
Animals always
This
have
is where I
wisdom
look up.
intelligence.
Thanks,
Owl
5e.
stats.
This is where I look up owl stats.
Yep. For sure.
Owl 5e.
No, I'm glad they're technically
Oh,
this
I have
way.
no signal.
Oh, I got you. Don't
Are
worry.
you not connected to?
Don't you worry.
Not right now.
Wisdom is +1.
Okay.
So that's a 16.
So that's a 16.
So Philamithos is going to start plucking at Donnie's sort of side and whatnot. Donnie is just completely out,
Yeah.
just fucking laying on the ground.
Fair enough. Can
Philamithos can't deal damage, right?
Philmithos cannot attack?
Right.
Is the
So
official
yeah.
term. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's not attacking. Can I also suggest that Philomithos take command over Daphne in this moment?
Oh.
Assume command.
Yeah.
Assume leadership.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to
Philamithos
do.
sort of
Fucking Voltron. Like, Voltron.
Philamithos plucks at Donnie, realizes Donnie is immovable, and then just sort of goes
Realizes his
and
moment has come.
turns fully around to 180 and looks directly at Daphne, and Daphne's just like, and glides over to Daphne and just sort of
Yes.
perches on Daphne's fucking head, just looking around.
X formation.
Yeah. Daphne stands up to me, just sort of, no. Fucking, that is the end of Misha's turn. Donnie.
All right.
I
so
believe
I'm
you're unconscious.
What
Your
can Daphne
turn-
do right now?
Your turn ends. Daphne,
And
Daphne
decides
just
what
sort
she
of like
does.
looks around. I believe Donnie gives orders to Daphne, right?
So technically, I think I actually don't have the exact
Mm-hmm.
instructions in front of me. I believe that it describes it that she moves on her own, but I more or less kind of this like
Got it. I would say
player side.
in this instance, she would just move to defend you.
Okay.
So she's going to move over with Philamithos on her head and just sort of stand in front of you in a defensive.
Yeah, normally
sort of
I
stance.
spend a bonus action to have her attack,
Gotcha.
but
so
except for
so
her
she doesn't
reaction.
do it.
right
So
now
she
she
probably
will simply
defaults
react.
to the dodge action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodge
But
action, and then I'll say she just stands in
she
front
can
of you.
deflect attack if she's within near an enemy, but that
Nice.
won't happen anywhere anyway.
Good to know. Alrighty. That is the end of your turn. Wanderer saved. So at this point, he just sort of sees the unicorn on the ground and sort of turns and looks. And he is going to rush over to Yume.
Yes.
And he's going to attempt to shake you.
He's so strong he does the damage and you wake up.
He's just going to attempt to shake you. He's like, come on now! Come on, we gotta get up! And natural 3. So he begins to shake you, and you're unbeknownst to you, but your body's just sort of
Take one whiplash damage.
Fat nap. Yeah, big old nap. That is going to be Wanderer's turn. Elevandril at this point, even though he's saved, he's going to rush over to Brightmane and attempt to see what's going on.
Elevandro, for fuck's sake!
It's his unicorn. He loves her. Okay.
Loves her.
He loves her. That's gonna bring us to the mother. The mother is. You can feel the seething hatred coming from her towards you, Misha.
What'd that do?
She's not been able to do anything that she wants to do. She's not slowed anymore.
Correct.
She moved
uses her-
15 feet towards you before. She was 50 feet away from you. She is now 35 feet away from you.
Okay.
She's going to use her full feet of movement, for full 30 feet,
To repair
float.
her relationship with her son.
Unfortunately, she's not that good of a mother. And she's going to float towards you and get about 10 feet away from you.
Now, see, this is why. This is why.
And she is going to use her attacks against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to reach out and with her hand claw into the air 10 feet away from you, and a spectral hand attempts to claw at you.
That's dope. Wait, she opens a portal and a special hand comes
No,
out
no, no,
of it, or
no.
she
claws and a
Okay.
spectral hand sort of appears and claws at you.
Either way, that's
That is a
pretty-
natural 20.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Does that hit? You are going to suffer.
I'm going to suffer a lot.
Precisely.
Condition called death. Just take a potion from my potion man.
You know, I prepared shield like for always, and Sal always rolls a 20 or higher. In my
When you
natural
want a
AC is
shield.
15.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
I don't think I've ever successfully cast shield. and I don't do
Oh,
anything.
tough.
Just take the staff of defense.
It's not a terrible idea. It's just that
You're going to suffer 20 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. All right. Okay, Mom, I see you.
With her second attack, she's going to sort of reach under her, and as she begins to fall for a moment, she swings around with her scythe and is going to attempt to attack you as she's falling.
The last one was 20 damage, you said?
20 points of necrotic damage, yes.
Yeah. Is that a 19?
This one is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Not much I can do about that.
You suffer. Ooh, that's going to be tough. 17 points of slashing damage, plus.
If it's not
Another 80
an
points.
additional 80, 76, then it doesn't matter.
You suffer an additional 41 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, still doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Got it. The necrotic, the scythe slashes against you, and she begins to plummet towards the ground. You can see some of her wounds after that particular strike begin to stitch themselves together.
Back.
Are you still conscious?
Nope.
So none of us really know what's going on now.
Yeah, it's just Alabandra will wander
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
until she attacks one of us and wakes us up.
Sal gets to play with himself now.
I get to play with myself.
The rest of the
How
combat.
fun.
That's what he really
Misha,
wanted.
I would like you to roll a death saving throw.
Oh, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
You're after Mom.
It's a 7.
7. That is one failure.
I thought that was a 1.
Donnie, at the beginning of your turn, you back. Holy shit! I fucked myself up doing that. You
That's
wake
commitment.
back up. It is your turn.
I'm really glad I'm in a tree right now, by the way.
How hurt does the witch look right now?
She looks fucked up.
I'm gonna shoot her.
Yeah, do that. Sounds like a good idea.
I'm gonna shoot her.
Sharpshooter.
Okay.
Really looking forward to my next character.
Fuck. That's 8.
8's going to miss, unfortunately.
Second attack. Fuck. 8.
Miss.
Come on, baby. There we go. 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
And that's actually remember to do an Arcane Jolt this time, so I always forget. So that's going to be 20 damage.
20 points of damage. She is going to finally, because she has a reaction, she's going to use her reaction. When she is struck with that attack, as she's falling, you fire at her. She's struck with this attack, and her body disappears.
Can I still
And a
do
sort of puff of smoke.
I have a ability called Arcane Jolt, where once per turn, I can when I hit a target with magic weapons attack, I can choose to deal some extra damage. Can I still do
Yeah,
that?
go for it. Yeah, that's no problem.
So yeah, she'll just take an extra 2.
Still part of the damage. That's okay.
Sure. Okay. She takes an extra 2d6 force. 6.
Ooh.
So that's an extra 9 damage.
9 points of damage.
Instead,
She's looking pretty.
Well, she's not looking at anything because she disappeared.
Well, she disappeared.
You know what?
Yes.
Can I cancel that? It makes just you're close to the witch, right?
I'm in a tree.
Are you within? I think you're.
He was within. He was within. By the time your turn comes around, he was within 15 feet of her.
Okay, so that's within 30. So yeah, I actually canceled that 9 damage. Instead, you're gonna heal 9.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that makes
All
my
right,
turn
cool.
easier. Dope.
As you fire the bolt, it slams into her, and I guess a burst of healing energy erupts out of her as she disappears. And Misha, you are brought back up to 9 points of health.
Does do Is there any reason other than because it seems like it should? Like, does Crown of Stars fail when I go unconscious? It doesn't say, and it's not concentration.
It's not concentration. Spell ends early if you expend the last mode. You have no. It would definitely remain still.
Hell
I mean, it doesn't
yeah.
say anything that that would suggest it wouldn't. Yeah, got it. All right, beautiful. Amazing play, Donnie. That is the end of your turn.
Yes.
Wanderer is going to continue to shake May. Nothing is going to happen. May, on the beginning of your turn, you wake up.
Okay, dope.
Wanderer is sort of in the midst of shaking you.
All right.
And I'm gonna go ahead and stand up, which is
And kiss him.
I kiss.
I'm gonna
Give him a little smooch.
I considered it. And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you bitch!" And I'm gonna go ahead and rage again.
Go for it.
And I'm just gonna ready an action to attack her if she's anywhere near. I'm gonna move, I guess, 20 feet towards these two. Or
Your movement is halved because you have to stand up.
yeah, so
yeah.
20 feet.
Okay, got it. Just making sure.
Just moving in that general direction.
Cool.
And I'm going to ready my javelin.
Got it. Sounds good.
Because I assume she's not going to be that close to me.
Sure. Alrighty. Elevandril is going to continue to try to comfort Brightmane. Brightmane is going to wake up. Brightmane is still cursed. Brightmane is going to begin to lash out. Elevandril is really the only one that's around. It's going to be a miss. And that's going to bring us to Mother's turn. Mother...
I'd like to point out
Yes.
that when I come to consciousness, I'm not making any sounds. I'm staring at the sky, wondering if I'm which plane I'm in right
Yeah, gotcha.
now. Is this limbo?
Donnie,
That might be a legitimate
you
question.
sense a dark, cold presence behind you as Mother appears right behind you, and she is going to attempt to claw and strike you with her scythe.
Is Daphne within 5 feet of her? What is happening?
Daphne is within 5 feet of her.
Daphne's going to use deflect attack and give her disadvantage on this attack.
Okay. The claw attack she has disadvantage on. That is going to be they're almost virtually the same. That is an 18 to hit.
That will miss.
That is going to miss. All right. And then the scythe attack, she's going to attempt to hit you.
Always got 20 AC.
23 to hit.
No.
All right. You are going to suffer. Not that big. 10 points of slashing damage. Plus 28 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
As
a bonus.
you can see more of her wounds begin to stitch up around her.
Is she within 120 feet of me?
Yes.
Is she within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, since I readied my action, I'm going to go ahead and...
Loose the javelin.
Is Donnie blocking her from
No,
me?
you're fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
She's
I'm
also
not
like
gonna-
12 feet tall or something, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. There's nothing that. Yeah, it's fine.
There's 9 feet above
Mhm.
Donnie.
I'm going to assume a 27 hits.
27 hits.
And I am raging, so I'm going to
Okay.
add 3 to this.
Hell yeah.
So that's going to be 11 piercing damage.
All right, reduced to half, so 6.
6. Cool. I'll take 6.
Alrighty, and that will be.
Just.
That'll be the end of her turn. Misha, you're up.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
It's gonna be more like sit up. Like
Okay.
I got great abs.
Yeah,
so
oh yeah.
this is easy.
Yeah.
This part's
100%.
easy.
Yeah, Misha is known for his.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of shake off. I got that wiry strength.
You got the Jesus abs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. I assume I can see Mother.
You peer around the corner.
Yeah.
You can see Mother.
Mother
Like,
Beerus.
I'm like not in limbo, still here.
Uh huh.
And I send a star flying at her.
How many stars you got left?
I got 5 left.
Okay.
Or 7, so I
Gotcha.
think I got
Yep.
5.
Beautiful.
Do I get advantage on this? Because I don't think she knows I'm conscious.
Um.
I'm not exactly hidden, but I'm like feel like I'm kind of hidden.
So, you don't know why. It would make total sense.
Okay, but no.
But no.
right,
It would
that's
make
fine.
total sense that you do, but for some reason, she knows.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, mothers always know.
Mothers always know.
They got that on his back.
Got that mother's intuition. All right, here we go. That's a 25.
That'll fucking hit.
Domer.
Domer.
That's my next character's name.
Domer.
Another 16.
16. Because it is the top of the round, she gets her reaction back, and because you struck her, she's going to disappear.
Well, that's...
Well, she still took damage.
She did take damage. The moat slams into her, and she retches back and lets out a little bit of a wail, and her body disappears in a little puff of smoke.
Cool. I say, bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Donnie, you're up.
All right. So
Well,
Well, let me see.
that was just my bonus action.
Oh, you wait.
So-
What's your action?
What is my action? All right. Here's what I want to do. This is gonna be cool as fuck.
Hell, fuck
This is a
yeah.
great start. I love this.
I love what you're doing right now.
This is gonna be cool as fuck. I wanna
What?
leap out of the tree like a
Oh,
dope ass motherfucker.
fuck yeah, dude. Leap
What I
out
want
of
to
that
do?
tree.
Can I just time it so that it's really cool?
Yeah.
And right before I land, I transform into a giant ape.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A giant ape with a crown of stars around his
Yeah.
head, for sure.
Hell yeah.
As you leap out of the tree and you land on the ground, right before you land, you all see Misha bring his arms up as if he's going to slam his fist onto the ground. And just as he lands, his arms elongate and sort of just erupt out of him, and his body is covered in fur as he turns into a giant ape and slams onto the ground. And he just around.
Fuck yeah. And then
Misha, I didn't know you were cool.
yeah, and then
Yeah, I am.
Philomythos speaks ape, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Philomythos to help Donnie again.
Got it. Beautiful. Donnie, it is your turn.
I can't currently see the witch though, right?
You cannot currently see the witch, no.
How far away is?
I'm less than 30 feet from you. That's all I know.
How hurt are you?
Oh, what?
How hurt are you?
Oh, I'm honestly fine. I've taken some damage. It's probably minor cuts and bruises.
Okay.
And I'm not hurt at all now.
I mean, you're hurt enough that I don't think healing is going to help very much.
No, I'm at full ape health.
Yeah, full ape.
Oh, you're
health.
an 8. That's right, you're an 8. So yeah, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Good plan. Cast it on her. Maybe it's like Final Fantasy.
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently it doesn't affect undead, apparently. So yeah, I heal
You don't know what she is.
11.
You heal 11.
I'm
Beautiful.
getting a sort of a vibe.
She's spooky.
All this necrotic damage.
She's a
I'm
spooky
getting
girl.
the vibe.
She's just goth, man. Just relax, right?
If she were goth, I would love
I
her.
would be attracted to
A
her.
goth MILF? That's the,
She's
that is
basically
the
a goth
dream.
MILF. She's just evil. As all goth MILFs are.
Bonus action. Can I have Daphne ready in action?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I guess.
Wouldn't come
Okay.
if she's-
It only matters if she reappears like next to Daphne. So.
If she readies an
Or
action,
piercing.
you wouldn't be able to use the reaction to deflect or anything like that either. Because you're
Oh, okay.
you're using
Then-
Daphne's reaction.
then never mind.
Okay. Alright, got it. Wanderer is just going to prepare his attack with one of his javelins for when she reappears. May, you are up.
Making sure that I'm keeping track that I
So
only have 2 javelins left.
Fucking excited to be a giant ape right now.
Anyone need a potion while we're waiting? You're good.
Can you not talk as a?
Nope.
Do I speak Sylvan?
If anyone in the chat understands that reference, I will love you forever.
It's just ape noises, so that would be incredibly impressive.
Yo,
No,
I think
it's
that
pretty
reference
good.
is that you're talking like an ape right now.
You're referencing gorillas as a species.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
You're getting closer and closer
Protect
every
our
time you say
wildlife.
something, which is so funny. You know what I'm talking about, Michaela?
Is it the band?
No, it's not the
Oh, you
fucking
said
band.
the thing.
It has to do with girls. Anyways,
Yes. So if no one responds in the positive, I guess I'm gonna move closer to Donnie.
Okay.
I think. I think you're fine. So yeah, I'm gonna move closer to Donnie.
Okay.
I do want to be within like 5 feet of Donnie.
Cool.
Just so that if she appears, this time I'll ready my greatsword.
sounds good to me. Elevandril is going to He's gonna take the dodge action because he's fucking with Brightmane. Brightmane is doing his thing with Elvandrel.
Sure.
They're doing their thing.
Doing a little dance.
Mother's turn. So she is going to reappear at the top of her turn. She's going to appear right behind you, Misha, in your Great Ape form, and she is going to loose some attacks against
She's
you.
like, I'm gonna fuck up this ape. I don't know what it is, where it came from.
Is Daphne within 5 feet?
Sorry?
Is Daphne within 5 feet of her?
No.
Okay.
No, Misha, you jumped out of the
Okay, you're
tree,
you're
right?
somewhere else. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, it seems as though, based
She's got
on...
some kind of sense that.
Well, Misha's very smart, and you would be able to surmise... Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you know. It's fine. It's fine. I like this ability. You've seen her disappear when Donnie struck her, and then she reappeared behind Donnie. So when you struck her, she disappeared, and now she reappears behind you. You probably can surmise that it's sort of like a target thing.
Yeah,
no
except
matter
not right
your
now because
form.
I have -2 int.
Right, you'll figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Later on, I'll be like, 3 days from now, I'll be sipping tea and be like,
Oh, that's what she did. That's dope as
That is
fuck.
what happened.
She's going to attack you with her Phantom Claw first.
But she chose you, not me.
20 to hit.
Golden sponge.
My AC is 12.
All right. You suffer.
Really looking forward to her dropping me in one round here.
Well, you just go back to your regular form without much. Assuming you did the polymorph spell.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a lot.
But I take all the carryover damage, so I'm
You
like-
suffer. I'm sure your ape is not resistant to necrotic damage.
I have no resistances.
You
or
suffer
anything.
20 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
You need to make a concentration check. DC 10.
Oh yeah, shit. I guess this would be with my ape intelligence, right?
No.
That's my intelligence.
Yeah, no. I would not. That would be so fucking unfair.
Cool.
Well, then yeah, you would know what she's doing.
Okay.
Well, no. He, for the sake of the checks,
Yeah.
he makes the checks with his intelligence.
Okay.
But for the sake of his thoughts, he is an ape.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So 14. So that's a save.
14 saves.
Yeah.
All right. She's going to attack you with her scythe now.
Tell her no.
Stop.
Hey, come on.
Cut it out.
Hey, what the fuck? That's a 26 to hit.
That's bigger than 12.
Yep. Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know.
Do you have a calculator?
So this is all together. I'm just going to give it to you separate. 14
Okay.
points of slashing damage plus 41 points of necrotic damage, so 55 points of damage.
Okay.
So your concentration check is going to be 27.
57 points of damage total. So you said
55.
55 points of damage total.
So that would be 27.
which I cannot hit.
All right, so then your ape form drops. She heals a bit from that. But that's the end of her turn.
Yes.
And it is your turn, Misha.
Okay.
Her towering form stands above you holding the scythe,
Yeah.
glaring down at
Cool. I gotta pull up my actual character again. Man, look at all those used spell slots.
Yeah,
you. You guys are really pushing it to the limit.
We had 2 back-to-back
Yeah.
combats.
Okay.
Knocking me unconscious, making me waste a rage.
God damn it.
I will use my action to disengage.
Okay.
Does the actually before I lock that in, does the dodge action give you disadvantage against you for the whole round or the next attack?
That's a good question. Actions in combat. Dodge. Attacks against you are at disadvantage, and you make dex rolls with advantage. Benefit is lost if incapacitated or speed drops to 0. So that makes sense to me that would be for the round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem is she's been rolling like way higher than my AC, so is disadvantage really going to do anything? Probably not. So I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to use my full movement I'm going to use most of my movement to get
Okay.
away.
Okay.
I'm going to loose a star.
Yep.
That's 26 to hit.
Fucking for sure.
Let's see if I can roll a little better. That's a great start. Ooh. 36 radiant damage. More than double the last two.
Oh my god. That mote pierces through her right in the middle of her chest, and she disappears again. But you, just before she disappears, you see that she is on death's door.
So I'm a good distance away now. I actually want to make sure that, like, I don't want to be too close to a tree. I just want to be like in the open.
Yeah.
And then I say to everybody, "Get ready. She's going to attack me when she reappears."
Good call.
And I just try to make myself small,
Sounds good to me.
not prone, but just kind of
Sure.
like. It doesn't fucking matter. She's huge, but anyway.
She is huge. Donnie.
Philomythos
Oh, yep.
will help Donnie again.
Got it. I always forget about Philomythos, and my apologies.
I used to a lot too. I'm glad I'm
Here we
actually
are.
remembering them. Yeah.
Donnie, it is your turn.
I will ready to shoot the witch when she appears.
Beautiful. That is your action.
I also have Daphne go next to Misha, so
Okay.
that hopefully we'll be next to the witch when she appears.
Okay.
That's double disadvantage.
Damn.
Damn.
All right. Wanderer is going to ready his attack as well when she appears. May.
I'm gonna go ahead and move right behind Misha and just ready up with my greatsword.
Gotcha. Elvander and Brightman are fucking off.
Just sucking each other off right now.
Sucking and fucking.
You just hear like a
Oh,
sound in the corner of the battlefield.
Jesus Christ. Mother reappears right behind Misha, who is crouched down a little bit, covering his head, and her giant visage just sort of appears with the scythe raised up. Go ahead and I'll take your attacks.
This is such a cool scene.
I'm getting help from
Yep.
Philomythos on
Yep.
this one.
I miss with a 13
15 misses.
because I don't get double attack. I don't get my
21 to
extra
hit.
21 hits.
I mean,
Wanderer misses with his
and,
attack with an extra
Arcane
2.
Jolt this as well.
Go for it.
That's the problem.
So that's a total of 25 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Yeah.
Sorry for the microphone. Sorry for your ears, y'all. Woo!
How do you want to do it?
Fuck yeah.
Just fucking shoot her. I don't know.
I point that motherfucker and I pull the trigger.
Tweak my nipple a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I blow a key.
you gotta have a one-liner.
I can't think of anything clever right now.
Bang!
Wait, come on.
Donnie holds up his arm and he just looks straight at her and he goes, "You're not even worth it," and just fucking blows her brains out, looking straight up as the bolt just splices her right in between the eyes, and her head sort of begins to jolt around, and it explodes as her giant body falls backwards and collapses onto the ground. The shadows around you all cease their dancing, and that sort of billowed smoke begins to suck itself up and amalgamate just over the body of Mother. And Elevandril just turns, "No!" and he runs over to her, and he just sort of drapes himself over her and begins to like pat at her cheeks and at her face, and he turns and he says, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And he holds his hand up, and he grabs his necklace, and he pulls it, and he crushes it in his hands as bits of diamond dust loose out of his hand. You all have a reaction if you'd like to. You see and recognize this ritual.
Yup.
Is Mother's form is her body corporeal now, and there's the shadow hovering above her?
The shadows are beginning to like amalgamate onto her, so he's doing this while this is happening.
And her body is still like the same size.
Oh yeah, it's big.
So I want to like tackle and grapple him.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I want to, because we're still technically in a combat scenario, and you have a reaction to use, but you are
Oh yeah, because I've already shot. So.
You are a little ways away from him, so you have a reaction you can use. So you cannot run up to him and tackle him. So if you'd like to attack him or something like that, you can do that, but you can't run in a reaction and then
Okay.
You can
do
use
something
reaction.
because you are a little ways away from him.
Sure. I guess I'll throw a javelin at him.
Okay, Misha.
What? So we're getting a chance to attack as a reaction.
You can use a reaction how you'd like. If,
Okay.
Like whatever reaction that you have available.
Yeah.
I'm letting you take an attack if you don't have like a usual reaction.
okay.
This is a special instance of an
Does
attack.
that mean can we cast or no?
No, this is an attack.
This is like an attack of
Yeah.
opportunity
Mhm.
situation.
It's attack of
Gotcha.
opportunity situation.
Well, the only attack that makes sense for you to make then is I will attack with my sword.
Yeah, 100%.
He's gonna take 20 damage.
There's no way to, as a part of a normal attack, do like a disarming or like a tripping action in 5e, right?
You could do it as a fighter.
Right. But without the battle.
Without the you don't know spinny sword make slice
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I'm trying to spinny sword make slice.
Yeah, certainly.
Actually, one thing though.
Yep.
This will be. Matt, the player, doesn't remember, and I don't know if Misha would know. I watched a bunch of people try to use Revivify. Is there a role involved in Revivify? I'm asking
yeah,
you if
there-
Misha. In other
Misha
words,
would know that this takes like he has to succeed at trying to cast this
Okay,
spell.
then rather
it
than-
isn't just raw, it works.
Okay, then rather than stabby, I will try to focus and prepare to use a chronal shift if need be. If it appears like it's going to work,
I love that.
then that's what I like.
Sure.
I'll shoot him.
I'll fucking shoot him.
I will not use sharpshooter for this.
Got it.
I rolled a nat 20,
Okay.
which means I'm doing 20 damage on him.
On the
because
javelin.
my rage hasn't ended yet.
25 to hit
That'll fucking hit for sure.
for 9 damage.
9. So total of 29 points of damage.
Wait, you did 9 damage with sharpshooter?
Without sharpshooter.
Oh, without sharpshooter. Okay.
Um,
No, I said.
If it, I don't know.
I wanna kill the
I
guy.
don't want to
Just
do
wanna,
lethal damage.
No, I feel you.
So like,
If I had like a boxing glove arrow, I would totally use it here, but I can't.
Wanderer
Should
would
have
also
met
attack. That would make sense because he knows what's going for misses. Natural 4. The javelin pierces into his side and like out the back of his torso, and he drops the diamond dust onto the ground, and the bolt pierces him near his neck, up on the clavicle, and he looks up at you all, and he falls onto his mother's corpse, unmoving.
I'll go on up there and cast Cure Wounds on him.
What?
Wait, can I tell if he's dead, or just like
He's not moving.
I'm gonna cast. I'll move him away from his mother and then cast Cure Wounds on him.
You begin to move him away, and his body is completely limp. And as he's bleeding out, you move him slightly away, and you hold your hands on him. You close your eyes and mutter an incantation, and the spell does not take.
Shit.
Is there
oh, he has been gored a few times back, right, man?
yeah, we have no idea what's going on. What's his mom's situation?
The shadows begin to stitch themselves around this body, and it's almost like they're anchored to the ground. It's like they're enveloping her and like binding her to the earth.
What's the unicorn doing right now?
The unicorn is sort of almost beginning to seize and thrash about as the horn begins to glow a piercing, sort of almost bright purple as it begins to pulse and grow bigger and bigger, and the horn itself begins to grow as it sort of starts to curl and twist very rapidly and begins to burrow itself into the head of this unicorn as it's twitching around and moving in a very odd, sort of horrific way.
Are there life forces like maybe if she dies, the horse dies?
That to me makes more
What are you guys
sense.
Would any skill checks give me an idea of what's happening here with the unicorn?
What do you want to do?
I mean, would my knowledge of Arcana maybe tell me anything?
Make a choice. Do you think, if you think that your knowledge of Arcana would do something, then
Well, I'm just wondering if there's any more information I might know about what's happening.
Make, make a choice, and you can we can see on whatever roll you want to pick.
Okay, I will try to roll Arcana to get an idea of what's happening here.
Gotcha.
And I will flash keys this.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess since I
How
got
many more
it,
Flash of Geniuses do you have?
Yeah, I'll have one more after this.
Got it.
since earlier I got a little bit of insight that this maybe was somehow like religion related.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take another moment now that the heightening of battle has ceased. I'm gonna take another moment to see if I can think of anything.
29.
29. Make a religion check.
I'm just gonna be standing over Mom with my great sword
Sure.
ready to launch it
16.
into her.
16. 29 on the Arcana check. It's very obviously some sort of a curse. Even though you made a very, very high Arcana check, it's not in the realm of Arcana to like figure this sort of type of thing out. This is obviously a dark entity that you just have been dealing with, and whatever curse this is extraordinarily powerful and is causing this unicorn to. You can see now its white, beautiful mane around it is beginning to dull with crimson as blood from its skull and its horn that is twisted around itself begins to pour back on it, and it's not even dripping onto the ground. It's all being sort of taken in by this mane. It's turning from a crest white to a crimson red. You said 19 on the religion check?
Only 16.
16 on the religion check. You quickly sort of move over to Mother and you look down at her and you can see a lot of the regalia she's wearing is like sort of pitch black, and you can see that there are very, very close as you sort of look in, there are little bits of white stitching around certain areas of her like cloak and her garments that are shaped in sort or patterned in sort of like a web-like structure.
Yeah. Can I start rifling through like whatever her like vestments are to see if there's any kind of talisman or anything in there?
You begin to sort of lay yourself over her for a moment to start to maneuver through her vestments, and I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw as the shadowy tendrils lash out at you and begin to attempt to latch onto anything that's around her.
It's a good roll, and I needed it. Still might not be enough. I think it's an 18.
An 18.
Yeah.
As you're reaching in, the shadowy tendril latches against your wrist, and you instinctively pull back as hard as you can, and the shadowy tendril breaks against your skin, and you pull back for a moment, and they begin to wrap themselves around her body, and you can see slowly but surely it begins to pull her closer to the dirt.
When you're down into the earth.
Yes.
Okay.
The earth around you begins to sort of mildly quake and move and shift as the ground begins to start to open up to her and envelop her body as the shadows begin to drown her within the earth. The unicorn now, at this point, May, as you're standing over Mother, I'm going to actually need you to make a dexterity saving throw too, since you're that close.
Can I see what it is that's getting me?
The shadowy tendrils, yes.
Okay, so I have advantage on dex then. Which is good because I rolled a 13.
13. Unfortunately, you're going to fail. The shadowy tendrils wrap themselves around your ankles and begins to pull you towards Mother, the body, and the earth. You are considered grappled right now.
Sure. I'll get out of that.
The Brightmane, the unicorn, now at this point, the horn has sort of wound itself so much so that it is pierced under its own eye and up through its skull, and sort of wrapped around forward at this point, and it sort of buckles down and stops seizing, and you can see its stark white fur or horsehair rather, has turned to a dull charcoal, almost black, and its crimson mane stained with blood stops just at the nape of its shoulders, and it breathes out a black smoke from its nostrils, and it just sort of hones itself against you all.
Is this reminiscent of when May was sort of contorted by the Fomorians?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
That was more of like a grotesque boil, like erupted, like weird,
Yeah.
like growth,
Swelling.
like a malignant growth. This is much more of like a very visceral, piercing, like. Unfortunately, none of you were at the, or none of you know of a similar situation that has happened to other members of your party before. But it doesn't remind. I mean, a transformation, yes, but it does not remind you of the Enoch-inspired Fomorian curse that was laid on May.
What is Holder doing? Not Holder. Wanderer.
Wanderer is like just sort of. You can tell, even in his drunken stupor, this is like disturbed him. He's like just sort of backed up a little bit and sort of holding in like a defensive stance, and he sort of looks at you all and says, "So what the fuck are we doing? That thing looks like it's gonna fucking strike any second."
I'm kind of dealing with this over here as I'm like struggling against the tendrils.
I'm gonna listen to the wind.
Make a perception check.
I like it. I like
Got
it.
any ideas here, wind?
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Let's get the advantage. Or yeah, that's gonna be 20.
20.
By the way, my instinct was, if I can, while this is happening, can I, if the tendrils are trying to pull the body into the earth, can I use, this would be a little bit unorthodox of the use, but can I use mold earth to somehow, like, sort of, like, harden the earth and resist this?
I'll allow it. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds like the perfect use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I saw just enough to think that there's something here, maybe, and I want to delay this corpse disappearing if it has the key to stop this nonsense.
So you cast Mold Earth, and you can feel the sort of strength of the earth itself fighting against you, and these tendrils are locked in place at this moment with your cast of Mold Earth. I would like you to make a intelligence check and add your just make a straight intelligence roll.
19.
19. Your spell holds for a moment as you hold your hands out and you sort of like grasp at the air around you, and the body is not moving any closer down. But at this point, Brightmane and bleats a blood-curdling sound similar to the one you guys had heard before that had caused Taj to run. I'm going to need everybody to make wisdom saving throws, and we're going to roll initiative after this.
Even if I fail,
my-
I'm still like trapped there anyway.
Wisdom, you said?
Wisdom
Is
saving.
this versus magic?
This is technically, well, here's the thing. Is your skill, what does it say specifically?
All it says is I don't have the. I think it's actually a gnome skill.
Okay.
I get advantage on wisdom saving throws against magic.
Yeah, fuck it then, sure.
Okay.
I got a
It's now
12.
20.
I got an 18, but I'm pretty sure you can't be frightened in a rage.
You cannot be frightened in a rage, no.
Okay, cool.
So you automatically succeed. You said you got a 12, Misha. So that is a failure. You are considered frightened, and you must use the entirety of your movement to run away from here.
Yep.
Probably
in my best interest anyway.
Probably. Donnie, what'd you get?
I got a nat 20.
Nat 20, you succeed. Wanderer got a nat 15, which also succeeds. And everybody else is dead. So that's great. Okay, let's roll initiative.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
You indicated that Misha noticed sort of like this shadowy light, whatever, in a sort of a webbed pattern. I assume that that's enough for... So I would like to make the leap that maybe this is Bruta.
That's a good leap to make.
Yeah, it seemed obvious, but I
spider?
didn't want to do it. If you were like, no,
No,
Misha
you're
would
an
know
idiot,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a good leap to make, my
I think
man.
anyone smarter
So-
than me would get that.
Yeah, so I'll look up at May and just be like, Spider Queen, and then I fucking take off.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know that I know who that is.
What?
Well, if everybody's around me, I'll just be like, Spider Queen!
All right. So
Spider
initiative
Queen.
20 to 25. Did you guys roll yet?
I did.
Yeah. 20 to 25. Nothing.
Nope.
Alrighty, that might be too loud. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna roll for Brightmane. Okay. BM. All right. 15 to 20.
18.
17.
19, baby.
So
Nice.
May, Misha, Donnie.
You did it.
Yeah,
Wanderer.
fine. Fucking Lord.
Wanderer got a fucking 20.
Still not first.
Whatever. Fine.
Rip
Fine.
faces.
I have advantage. I've gotten 20s. I don't give a fuck.
Wanderer is at this point is like, oh fuck, and he's gonna take out his javelin and just fucking throw it at this thing. Natural 2. The javelin goes wide. You can see Wanderer is visibly shaken by all this crazy shit, which is a lot for him. He's going to use a second attack to throw another javelin. That'll hit this time. That's going to be a 20 to hit. So he is going to deal 7 points of damage. That'll be the end of his turn, and that's going to bring us to you, May.
I'm still restrained, I assume?
You are restrained, yes. Or you're grappled, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and try to break the grapple.
Okay. I believe you have to use an action.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
But I have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Yep.
So, using my my athletics, I got 25.
Yeah. Actually, I believe it's a contest. Yeah, you got it. No
Yeah,
problem.
nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna run up to this fucking weird ass unicorn now and just give him a good old bop with my umbral club.
I don't believe you can do that.
No? With my bonus action?
Yeah, you have to attack with your action.
Oh,
in
yeah,
order
that makes
to
sense.
attack with your bonus.
Sure. Okay. So in that case, I'll go ahead and just wait.
Okay. Does that end your rage?
Oh my.
Because you have not taken damage in 2 rounds.
Can I throw a javelin? No, 'cause I don't have
You
an
can't.
action. Oh, fuck off,
What did you do
dude.
with your action?
I
Broke
got
the
out
grapple.
of
Oh.
Yeah.
I believe that ends your rage.
Fuck.
Knocked unconscious, haven't attacked a hostile creature, taking damage since then. Are you sure bringing out
I'm-
the grapple doesn't count?
I'm very positive. That's not an attack.
Can I punch myself?
No, unfortunately, as you begin to
Alright.
rustle against the grapple, your rage loses. You lose your rage.
It's pretty fucking stupid, but that is the rule.
It's tough, but that's the rule. Yes. I mean,
I'm
it's
fighting
kind
out
of
of this
trade-off.
grapple, and now I'm calm.
I know.
I think, yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily that you're calm. It's that
You're
your
not tapping
adrenaline
into
rush
it.
that is allowed you to tap into your primal rage
Right.
has dumped.
Rage is a magical force in this universe.
Sure.
That's so it makes sense that if you're not using it, it's just like
Yeah, just
sure.
in the raw. Unfortunately, your rage ends.
Yeah,
So I
fucking
believe
right.
that's your turn then.
Yeah, I can't do anything as a bonus action. I already used my.
You do want to use your movement though to move up against Brightmane.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and wait.
Okay.
I mean, since I don't have my rage, I can't attack. There's
Yeah.
no point in getting close enough.
No worries.
Yeah.
Misha, it is your turn. You must spend your movement to get away.
I can still use actions though.
Yep. You just have to run away. And any attack against Brightmane, I believe, is made at disadvantage. Actually, hold on.
I don't know. Maybe I should just follow me.
No. You just have to use your movement to run away.
I mean,
Okay.
we lost
Do I have
five.
to use my action to dash or just my
No.
movement? Okay. So, can I? Oh, fuck. So I still have 3 stars left, I think.
Okay.
So I'll launch a star at it.
Yeah. Go for
Yeah.
it. Roll the hit.
It's 27.
27 hits for sure.
Ooh boy. Uh, 23 radiant
23
damage.
points of radiant damage for sure.
And then I would like it to make a Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw. That.
Tablet just died. That can't be a good sign.
Oh, rest in peace. That's a 17.
17. Okay, so it saves.
Got it. Alrighty. That is the end of your
and then
turn.
I'm gonna use my full movement to run away.
Yeah. You. So at this point, you're about 40 feet away from it. Okay. Donnie, you're up.
Did the wind tell me anything?
Unfortunately, as you hold to listen to the wind, the air is still around you.
Fuck. Well, I don't see any way around this. I'm gonna shoot at the unicorn.
Go for it.
I want to point out that this might be the woods pissed at us for not taking that bribe in town and causing a disturbance.
I don't know. I'll use sharpshooter.
Go for it.
Whatever.
Roll.
And we're here.
It's a 10 to hit.
10 misses, unfortunately.
What about a nat 1?
I'm gonna have you roll a d100.
Okay.
Swan. If you hit me, I'm just following you, Sean.
You know what?
I got no rage. I'm fucking out of here.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah. 4.
4. So, your hand crossbow jams again, but at this point it begins to sort of spark a little bit, and bits of arcana just sort of erupt against it. You do have to spend an action to repair it. However, you will make a check to repair it on your next action.
Okay.
And if you fail, there are other consequences.
Okay. I guess for my, I'll have Daphne run up to the unicorn and, my bonus action, have her attack it.
Sure, go for it.
Um,
Mechanical horse versus cursed unicorn. Hot horse-on-horse action.
Coming this summer.
coming to theaters in back
that's
alleys near you.
That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Or
2 crossbow jams in one
I know.
combats is rough.
One lesser, one greater. I have them at both ends of the spectrum.
10 damage. 10 force damage.
10 points of force damage. Very nice. As Daphne slams into the side of Brightmane, Brightmane sort of staggers for a moment, and you guys are doing pretty solid damage to her. That is the end of your turn, Donnie, and that will bring us to Brightmane. Brightmane is going to make a running gore attack against you, May.
Do it.
So she gets advantage on this attack because she is in stride. That is going to be a 28 to hit.
Yeah,
understandable. You suffer. I certainly will. You suffer. You suffer 20 points of piercing damage as her dark horn gores into you. And I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, darn. 12.
12. You feel, well, first of all, you suffer an additional 20 points of necrotic damage. You feel your life essence sort of begin to drain out of you through the horn of this unicorn, and you can see bits of her wounds also begin to stitch themselves.
Frack.
She's going to use her last 2 attacks to slam her hooves into you.
Sure.
First attack is going to be a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Second attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Alrighty. That is going to be... You suffer... Oh, you only suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm... and it's just an additional... 5 points of fire damage, as now you see her hooves are sort of burning hot, like hot coals slamming into you.
Right. That's 5 total.
5 total, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 or 3 damage because I
Down, so 2. And that will be the end of Brightmane's turn. That'll bring us all the way back up to Wanderer. Wanderer, now that it's sort of right up against him, is going to take 2 attacks against Brightmane. First attack is a natural 2. Second attack is a 15 to hit, which just barely misses. Okay. So both attacks, he's going to take out one of his large great axes and start slashing at it. And unfortunately, Brightmane is going to rear up and just sort of naturally bat them away.
Yeah.
May, it is your turn.
Cool. So if I'm here, Brightmane head here.
Yep.
Where is Wanderer?
To your right.
Like right over here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get out my. get back to it real quick.
Dum, dum, dum.
The Horn of Blasting.
The Horn of Blasting. I started blasting. Perfect.
And I'm just gonna give a. This'll probably be fine. Speak the command word and go. Trying to face like as much away from him as possible so the cone doesn't hit him.
The cone would not hit him.
Yeah.
Because he's like next to you.
Yeah.
So you're good.
So now this horse is gonna have to make a DC 15 con saving throw.
15.
On the dot? Alright.
Yep. 12 plus 3.
It's going to take 11, 14, 15, 17. 17 divided by 2 thunder damage.
So
unless
8
it's
points
made
of...
of glass or crystal.
No, it's not made of glass or crystal. 8 points of thunder damage as your Horn of Blasting erupts in a cacophonous sound against this this cursed unicorn, and it just sort of blows its face back for a moment, and
So,
it's just yeah.
If I have
Yeah.
if I have a 20% chance, it has to be 20 or below on a D100.
Yes.
Okay. That is a 13, so this is going to blow up right in our faces.
Oh no! As you blow the Horn of Blasting, it erupts against the cursed unicorn, and just as you reach the end of your breath, you see a crack spider out from the crest of this horn, and then as it reaches its zenith, it splits and falls and erupts in front of you.
Okay.
The horn explodes?
The horn
The
explodes.
horn explodes.
How many dice we got there?
This is 5. I'm going to
Okay.
need to do it twice.
Oh, it's
What's
10.
the range on this bad boy?
10 what?
10 d6.
10 d6, got it. And the range,
The range, it doesn't really say, I don't think.
I can,
Explodes, causing 10d6 fire damage. I'm sure it gets all 3 of us at least.
Well,
let me see.
Maybe I'll roll low.
It's simply to the blower. It says the
Oh.
explosion deals 10d6 fire damage to the blower and destroys the horn.
Oh man, I was
Although,
get wrecked.
I'm gonna say you're all right next to each other.
I'm 40 feet away.
You're fine. Donnie, you're pretty close too. I'm gonna say it's gonna erupt in a 10-foot radius.
Sure.
So I'm pretty sure you get caught in it too.
Okay.
So yeah, all 3 of you take this fire damage.
Would you have been that close?
I forget where did I actually move at all?
Yeah, you were near the mother's corpse, and so was May because she was standing right over it, and then the unicorn gored her and moved up to you.
That's
So
fair.
you're definitely within
That's
10
fair.
feet.
So, sorry, how much damage?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay, still doing all the calculations.
Jesus Christ.
37 damage.
That puts me to 0.
Okay.
That actually puts me to -1 technically, so I'm down.
Yes. Tough.
That changes what I was gonna do.
So
probably.
I started blasting.
So I think I take 18 damage.
You take 18 because it's half for you since you're a red dragonborn. Or are you bronze?
I'm gold.
Gold,
dude.
that's right, I forgot. My apologies. Wanderer suffers. He does not go down, but he definitely suffers. The cursed unicorn actually suffers half that damage. So also only
Does the horn still shatter?
the horn's
Oh,
gone.
yeah, it's
so-
gone, brother.
Oh, it's your okay.
Yeah.
I think
no,
the
no.
unicorn's
No,
horn. I was like, oh,
his
it worked.
horn of blasting explodes.
Okay, I was
the
gonna say, that would be-
unicorn horn totally fine.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But maybe the sound hits the resonance of the unicorn,
Ooh.
causing it to vibrate.
Oh.
Also,
Yeah. Nice.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna chug my health or one of my health potions.
Sure, for sure.
Not ideal.
Damn, that's tough. That is tough.
It's ever fucking. I've used it twice, once in a non-canon setting, and it still blew the fuck.
Oh,
I've gotten the
so
worst rolls
tough.
of my life on this game.
This is tough.
yeah.
Goddamn. Well, I believe that's your turn.
Yeah, unless I want to run and take an attack of opportunity, which I shouldn't since he's down.
What do you want to do?
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Misha, it is your turn. You are. Please make a wisdom saving throw at the top of your turn.
Top of my turn. That's 7.
Unfortunately, you are still frightened. You still have to continually use your movement to run away.
I turn around to look at my over my shoulder, be like, "Is it following me?" And then, oh no, bing.
Go for it.
Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, it's not gonna hit. It's 12.
12.
Natural 3.
The horn of the crown fires itself back and unfortunately goes wide.
Yeah. Okay. So that's my bonus action.
Yep.
For my action, I'm going to cast the warp spell. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to basically move Brightwing. Brightmane. That would make more sense. Doesn't have wings. Brightwing's a company. I know people that work there. I'm going to try to move Brightmane's basically behind me in the initiative.
Meaning we'll go after you?
Meaning he'd go for me.
Okay. Do I have to make a save?
Yep, it's a con save.
And okay, con save. 21.
Chronal shift. It's my last one.
Got it. Yeah, you use your reaction to cast Chronal Shift. Just a reroll.
Yep.
22. Sorry, buddy. I rolled an 18, then a 19.
I was gonna say I know you got a +3 because you said
I know,
it.
Yep.
Wrecked. Okay.
22.
So I did nothing with my turn. And I
You
keep
did
running.
spend your movement to run away,
You did
so
run
you're
away.
70 feet away.
It's true.
Which might be the smartest move right now.
It's
To be
very
honest.
true.
And I have 1 star left.
Donnie, please make a death saving
Yes.
throw.
9.
9. Unfortunately, that is a failure. You are down 1 save. It is Brightmane's turn. Brightmane is going to continue to just lash out around you all. Brightmane's looking pretty fucked up, all things considered.
God, I hope so.
yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Definitely. But she's going to attempt to gore you again. She does not get advantage on it because she's not
Yeah.
in stride.
I forgot. Can I give Wanderer help with Philamithos? I think I forgot last round. Or would you say that I'm too frightened to do that?
No. I would allow that. Yeah.
Help Wanderer.
That is going to be a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit, technically.
You suffer 12 points of piercing damage,
Sure.
and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a really funny idea, but I don't think it would work. It doesn't really make sense.
If we die before the break, do we have to make a new So that's a dirty 20.
30 20. You succeed.
That's good.
You suffer
Would you say my
8
mind?
points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
and you can see bits of your essence heal a little bit
Oh.
of Brightmane.
Would you say that my mind is afraid or my body is afraid?
I would say both your mind and your body are afraid.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
That's strong.
Yeah, it's strong. Jesus Christ. And she is going to continue to use her other 2 hoof attacks against you.
Sure.
That's a 29 to hit.
Yep. What does that mean?
That is a 18 points of bludgeoning damage plus 5 points of fire damage, reduced to 2.
It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm down.
So you're down.
Yeah.
The hoofs slam against you. Second attack.
I'm gonna.
Oh, it's advantage because you're down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 17 to hit?
No,
No, misses?
it misses. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one, she begins to just sort of thrash about, and she misses on the second one as you
Dope.
fall unconscious.
You love to see it. I don't have 2 fucking failures immediately.
It is Wanderer's turn. Wanderer is going to rush up to, because you fell first, he's going to rush up to you, Donnie, and he's going to throw a healing potion into your gullet. 10 points of health back to you. That is his action. His bonus action, he can't technically do anything because of this circumstance, so that's the end of his turn. May, I would like you to make a death saving throw.
Oh, you would like that.
I would like it. I would like it a lot.
How about a 17?
17, one success. Very nice.
Goddamn right success.
Misha, make a wisdom saving throw. You're going
12.
to continue to use your movement to run away.
Yep. I'm gonna lose one last star.
Go for it.
Moving on. I've rolled so many natural 3s in this combat.
God damn.
I think I've actually rolled 3 natural 3s in a row.
Your single moat that sits at your forehead loses itself and just careens off. At this point, you can't even bring yourself to look behind for just a moment as the sort of moat just directs itself. You still have your action.
Is it daytime?
So it was daytime.
Yeah.
And then when this circumstance happened, you began to see moonlight pierce the canopy.
Yeah, right.
That gradually turned into sort of a
So
darkness
as my
around it.
last moat flies off, I disappear into darkness.
Yeah.
It's very dope.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
You have an action.
I do have an action.
Maybe I want to Taj.
I don't.
Maybe you'll run into Taj.
Taj! Why you always run away? I don't. Okay. My thing loaded. Hang on one second.
Okay.
See if I have anything that has a range long enough to do anything. The answer is I could cast Fireball. That's a terrible idea. Oh fuck, that's funny. I can't cast Fireball. I don't have any slots.
When you run out of slots.
Yeah, just been running train on.
You've been
slots.
running train on your slots for sure.
Yeah. Nope. I'm not gonna do anything.
All right, you continue to move. You are now 100 feet away
Yeah.
from the situation.
Yeah, I mean,
the
I guess I'll
darkness
take
surrounds you.
The dodge action.
Sure.
Away from the situation.
I would definitely say at this point you
This situ-
have you no longer have
this situation is toxic.
eye
and I'm gonna
on
remove
what's
myself
going
from
on.
it, Okay.
Okay, Donnie, it is your turn. You're up with 10 points of health.
Not
Yes.
a TPK.
Not a TPK.
TPK.
You ran away.
I'm gonna try to cast Levitate on the unicorn.
On the unicorn.
That's a great call.
Is that a save?
It is. That's gonna be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
My DC is
Famously done super well on.
17.
DC 17. Okay. Natural 18.
Okay. I don't think I still have Daphne attack her.
Okay, go for it.
Or can I have Daphne? I mean, I don't have any healing potions, do I?
You want to have Daphne feed you a healing potion?
I was
Is that
gonna
what you're
feed.
Yeah.
I think that Downey would have installed a
Or
healing
can
potion
Daphne-
injection.
yeah, sure.
Well,
Daphne.
that's kind of how I cast Cure Wounds normally, but
Just a stim pack, just right to your neck. Yeah. I would say
if you were an object, she
unfortunately.
could heal you.
If Sal's misogynist enough.
Holy
All
fuck!
right.
I'm not that evil.
What if we sexualize May real quick?
What if we just sexualize May real quick?
Yo, you seen that
or-
hot piece of ass?
I do.
That sweet
Can
lizard.
Daphne feed a
titty.
potion into May's mouth?
I would say Daphne unfortunately does not have
Okay.
the mechanically. I'm just
Alright.
gonna unfortunately decline
Alright,
that. I'm
that's
sorry.
That's fine. Daphne's gonna attack you.
Go for it.
At the very least, don't let this thing attack me again. I will die. in 3 attacks.
That's 19 to hit.
19 hits. Yes.
For
You had a good run of 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
10 damage.
10 points of damage.
We need a healer. May as well kill May.
I was considering healing you, but I thought maybe I'd just take the unicorn out for the fight, at least for like.
No,
10 minutes, so
absolutely. Because even if you healed her up,
I'll just hit you again and get back
yeah,
down again.
yeah, it would have been useless.
You fire.
Like,
This is Daphne.
Oh,
This is Daphne.
This is Daphne attacking.
Daphne attacking. Yeah, sorry. I was like,
No,
you have to.
no, no.
Daphne's
Crossbow's
attacking.
still jammed.
Daphne rears up and slams against Brightmane, and she begins to bludgeon against her, and you can see Brightmane is starting to really wear. Closer and closer. Donnie, that is the end of your turn.
Yes.
It is Brightmane's turn. Brightmane is going to begin to thrash about. It's going to attempt to gore Wanderer. Excuse me. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. As soon as I stop attacking you guys, I start rolling bad. I'm sorry. That's a 15, which is going to miss Wanderer. She's going to start thrashing about. Donnie, since you're near her, her hooves are... Yep.
I'm sorry. If you were attacking can Daphne impose disadvantage?
Certainly. So that's a straight roll, I believe. Or no, you're up. You're up, right? You're conscious?
I'm conscious. I might be prone. I guess I didn't say I stood up.
You didn't say you stood up.
So,
this is a straight roll. 18?
That'll miss.
Okay. She begins to thrash about and slams into you. Slams into the ground next to you. Her last attack, I'm going to roll a d4.
So you
Let me
have
see if I can.
to hit me.
Well, she's thrashing about.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like, she looks at your unmoving corpse and just slams the fuck out of you. She's not that smart. She wouldn't know to go for the kill. So, what is an equal
How many
chance?
death save throws are you at?
I'm gonna roll a
How many
d12.
death save throws are you at?
I have one success right now.
Yeah, so even
So
if she hits
if I get hit
She hits you
once,
once,
I
it's
might
Do
two.
you have no failures?
No failures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll a d12. 1 to 4 is Wanderer. 5 to 8 is Donnie, and 9 to 12 is you.
Sure.
12. Sorry, buddy.
Wait, no.
But it's
she
only
still has to roll to
it's
hit.
only an advantage.
She
Yep.
still has to roll to hit.
24.
Yeah.
She
it does.
slams her hooves into you, and you fail 2 death saves. Sorry, buddy. I'm really sorry. I really am. I had to beef up some stuff because of your unfortunately, it's just how the dice are rolling today.
I mean,
We-
you
we're-
know
I
the
mean-
character I'm going to play next is going to be Dad, right?
It's just-
So I need you to think about whether you want me to die right now, so.
I don't want you to. I don't want anyone to die.
Yo, I have to say though,
Yeah,
this has been my favorite fight in a really long time.
it's a really
So
good fight.
no
When I
regrets.
designed it, I was like, I'm happy.
No
but-
regrets.
No regrets. That's the end of Brightman's turn. It is Wanderer's turn, and he doesn't have any way to heal you, unfortunately. He is going to just fucking attack.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you fucking kill Brightman. Go for it, Monitor.
That the first attack's gonna hit. Second attack is a natural 3, but first attack hits.
Sounds familiar.
10 points of slashing damage into Brightmane. And the battle axe slashes into her, and she sort of wails against him and is looking super fucked up. Man, I'm gonna need you to roll a death saving throw.
I'm getting the worst deja vu, and I swear to fucking
I'm
God.
so sorry,
If I
bud.
fail right now,
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm
I'm
sorry.
cutting your fucking man
I'm
bun.
sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be a
God, please no.
Just,
Zuko moment.
yeah, Zuko moment. Yeah.
Maybe he has... Well,
Okay. I'm
No,
12! 12!
it's an accidental roll. I
Fuck.
don't count accidental rolls. If that was a 2 or something, you would have
Nah,
been sad.
I know.
I'm just saying, I do not count accidental rolls. I'm sorry.
I'm
I know, man.
fuck it.
I know.
what is it?
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Your breath. I know, dude. I'm sorry, bud. I know, man. It's tough. Your breath escapes you, and May's body stills.
We're only halfway through the episode!
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. Misha,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to make one more wisdom
You know
saving
what?
throw.
I got not a care in the world except I'm terrified.
I guess.
That's gonna be a 10.
10. Unfortunately, you fail one more time. You continue to run away. You have no sight on anything at this
Nope.
point. You have an action and a bonus action, but at this point, I would honestly probably consider you out of the
Yeah,
initiative. Did you want to do something?
I'm if I'm able at this point, I would just like to tell Philomythos to just try to find Taj.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Donnie. You see May's body,
Well,
her chest slumps, and she is unmoving.
Fuck. I gotta take. I was spending action trying to fix my fucking crossbow.
Yeah, go ahead and make a.
Oh my god, dude.
You have to make a Tinkerer's check. So that's your Dex with proficiency.
Dex plus proficiency.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, bud. I know, dude. It sucks. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh. This is tough.
24.
24. You succeed. You use your action to repair your
Okay.
crossbow successfully.
Bonus action to have Daphne attack Yukon.
Okay, go for it.
It's probably 11 to hit.
Unfortunately, that's going to miss. And that's going to bring us around to Brightmane. Brightmane is... I'm going to roll to see if he attacks Wanderer or you. Odds attacks Wanderer, evens he attacks you. D20. 4. Brightmane is going to attempt to gore you. Doesn't have advantage on this attack.
Daphne's going to give disadvantage.
Jamie,
But
I don't believe you said that you stood up.
that's true.
So this is a neutral.
Okay.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is tough.
You know what? Taj will not die.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have an original member. It's fine.
Yep.
And you know what? Misha's 150 feet
Misha's
away
gone.
by now,
Misha's
so
good.
unless that's a bloodthirsty ass unicorn, he ain't tracking me down.
You have a backup character.
I do.
So this isn't the worst case scenario.
I suppose.
Story-wise.
You suffer 15 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, drops me.
I'm okay. She's gonna flail. She's gonna flail about.
Okay.
Again, evens. You odds wanderer.
My death saving throws reset, correct? Once I
Yeah, your death saving throws are reset. That is an odd. So the first attack against wanderer. Second attack is also odd.
Mm-hmm.
The first attack is going to miss wanderer. The second attack is going to hit him. He's got a really good amount of health left still, actually. He just doesn't have a way to heal you guys. Okay. Okay. So Wanderer is going to use his 2 attacks against Brightmane to try to kill her. Natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Second attack. Second attack will hit with a 17. So the first attack is max. So actually, I'll do the way I do it because I rolled pretty well on him. No one is up to see this, but he swings his battle axe down against the neck of this horse and just fucking godfathers it right down, and its whole head, it's lopped into it for about like 5-6 inches in. He pulls back and just keeps hacking at it until he decapitates this cursed unicorn. It falls onto the ground, and golden ichor blood spills out of it that turns to a putrid blackish brown as it hits the ground around him. And he drops his axe and he runs over to you. He's going to attempt to... You can technically do a medicine check to stabilize someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going
Does he
to
have
look
make
this
another,
up.
Does he have to make another saving throw before the medicine check?
He does, because that is his full action. I'm just gonna look up the
Did I make it this
for
this time? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
For 2 hours.
stabilize.
I can't my new character
Administer
right
first
now.
aid to an unconscious creature in an attempt to stabilize it, which requires a successful DC 10
There's
medicine
really
check. The
some
stable
like
creature doesn't make
shenanigans
this.
going on here, so maybe we can find some way to bring it back.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So go ahead and make a death saving throw. 3. That is 1 failure. should. You're fucked off. Brightman's dead. Wanderer is going to attempt to make a...
I rolled a 4 anyway.
Nice.
So I'm still running.
Mischief, you're going. Actually, technically, after the 5th one, it would end. But you do, yeah. So you make it 100 and nearly 150 feet away. You just bolt.
Yeah, I was already 40, so yeah, I'm like 200 feet away.
Wanderer is going to attempt to make a check. 9, which is the DC is 10. Okay, Donnie, I would like you to make another death saving throw.
I mean, yeah, he's smart enough to not do damage. Some people rule it that way, and I hate that shit.
5.
That is 2 failures.
So the mechanic is DC 10 medicine check will stabilize?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep.
I do have a potion on me that you might see.
We all have our potion bandoliers. That's why it's a bonus action.
I will
Rule it as a perception check?
I will give him a perception check. What should I make the DC? I think the DC should be slightly higher than the medicine check.
Sure. That makes sense.
Because he would be doing a medicine check.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say DC 12 perception. He has a +1 on his perception. Or excuse me, +2 on his perception.
Okay.
50-50 shot.
Can Daphne help him?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough. What does it say?
It looks like a 3.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a 5.
There you go.
It's a 7.
All right.
He's going to do a medicine check. Okay?
Yeah, we still have a chance.
All right.
And
So,
you might have another chance.
medicine check.
If you succeed in the next check, the next death saving throw. I
What is it?
can't. Sal, you've got to be shitting my pants right now. I swear to God.
He reaches down and presses his 2 large fingers against your small torso, and he... 1, 2, 3. Staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. And blows the air of life into your lungs as he stabilizes you
Oh
with
my
a successful 15 medicine check. A stable creature does not make death saving throws. So you're all good. I think we'll take a break. Yeah! All right, y'all. We'll be back in like maybe 10-ish minutes or so. So please come back and we'll figure this out. Yeah, we're just gonna go to break. Please, Michaela, thank you. I feel so bad.
I couldn't hold it in.
I know, no, it's super tough. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Everybody cry on
I
on camera.
Oh, God. All right. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, a tragedy has befallen the party.
ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No. Unfortunately, if you are just joining us,
Go back and
so
watch the
I have
pod.
no way to cope with this. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm going to get straight to the point. Because of the circumstances of the encounter and the party being displaced, both in conclusion with Misha being fully displaced within the Whispering Woods, and at this point, for all intents and purposes, I don't mind telling the audience, along with Matt, Misha is sort of lost in the woods right now, and it would be extremely difficult for him to get back without a little special one-on-one session, which I'm going to be having with Matt. We'll live stream that along with Jenna as well, in a similar fashion that we did when Jenna got lost in the first time. So we will be putting that on. We'll put out some information both in the Discord, on Twitter, and whatnot about when we can find those next streams. But because we lost May, unfortunately, the only player character that's left in the vicinity is Donnie. Misha has been displaced, and we don't have Jenna here tonight either to be playing Taj. We've decided to just sort of call it early for the night. So thank you so much if you have stuck around with us through the break and everything, or if you're just tuning back in. I apologize for cutting it short this evening, but narratively it makes a little bit more sense, and also just for entertainment purposes, it would probably wouldn't be fun to just watch us look around in the woods and for whatever. And to be totally transparent, I would probably be improvising a lot of the rest of the session because
Plus,
I have things planned for
Donnie
the
is
lives.
stable but
Oh,
unconscious.
Donnie's also... Well, yeah, but I believe he has the potion. Wanderer would probably find
Eventually,
that.
find
Eventually
a
he'll-
point. So I was gonna say it'll just be unconscious
Unconscious
Donnie,
Donnie.
and you playing
And then I
Wanderer.
get to play it, you guys get to watch me, and that's it. No, so we've decided to call it for the evening. So thank you very, very much for joining us. We were going to be here at the same time, same place next Wednesday. Garrett will be joining us, obviously. We'll talk. We'll find out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, come back,
Certainly
see what
fucking
happens.
will.
I believe Jenna. I believe Jenna is going to be returning with us as well. But before then, we're going to be getting our individual sessions with Matt and Jenna. So stick around. Be on the lookout for those. So yeah, we will definitely be seeing you next Wednesday. We'll probably see you a little bit sooner. But thank you for joining us this evening. And yeah, like I said, we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks.
Bye.